Yo, we are back once again. This is the West Coast Crossover, and I am JD.
And I am Jeremiah the Prophet, and this is the podcast where if your team ain't the Lakers, then they're trash, and they don't got LeBron James, and if your podcast ain't this, it's weak as fuck.
Facts. Yo, the Lakers are back in business. We got King James and a whole bunch of eclectic characters into the locker room. Yo, we gonna get into all that, but Prophet, let them know what's happening right off of the rip.
Yo, wait. Hold up. Change the beat up, man, because we gonna do something different, nigga. This is LA, and it's a special day. Yo, check it out. We ain't nothing like these other whack niggas. You develop players, we pull up and jack niggas. I thought you said this location, it don't mean jack, nigga. Yo, dumbass should catch a Nipsey Hussle slap, nigga. Cause you keep talking about the Lakers can't attract niggas. LeBron James 4-year contract, niggas. Biggest free agency signing since Shaq, nigga. Fuck wrong with PG-13, what you on crack, nigga? You should've brought your dumb ass home and that's a fact, nigga. Cause we ain't nothing like these other whack niggas. We ain't nothing like these other whack niggas. Cause you develop players, we pull up and jack niggas. LeBron James 4-year contract, niggas. Done fucked up, JD, tell him.
That's facts, nigga.
Yes.
Yo, it's crazy out here in Lakerland. A whole bunch is going on. We got a whole bunch to get into. But yo, you heard him, man, right off the jump. Let's get into it. LeBron is in La La Land.
Hey.
He's here, man. Things have changed for the better. We got a whole bunch of things going on. We got some people that hate that. We got a bunch of people that love that. But yo, you can't deny that the Lakers are back. They're in contention in the West. They're in contention overall in the NBA. Yo, Prophet, let's just get right into this, man. What you think about that?
Man, you already know how I feel about it, man. I'm super happy. And not only am I happy that we got LeBron James, I'm happy that as of right now, we haven't done nothing stupid, man. I was thinking in order to get LeBron James, we might have to, make a huge sacrifice trying to bring in somebody else for him to play with. As of right now, we got LeBron James and all of the youngsters and all of our assets, and the future is all in front of us, bro. What do you feel about that part, bro?
Hey, it looks like right now we got LeBron James and a lot of the old gang coming back, including, most importantly, all the young dudes that everybody's been rapping about, wanting to keep the young dudes. Anyway, you know what? I made a frowny face about KCP. Y'all didn't hear that. But anyway, check it out. We got LeBron James. They brought over some other dudes. They signed who first? They signed JaVale McGee first, I think. And that made me turn up my face like, what? JaVale McGee? Then Lance Stevenson. I was like, what? Lance Stevenson. And now we got Rondo running the point. What are we going to do with Rondo now at the point? Lonzo Ball's at the point. Same type of player. A lot of back and forth. Does that mean Lonzo is out of here? Damn, man. It's just so much to unwrap, bro. So let's just get into it, man.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and say what I thought about the acquisitions that we've made outside of LeBron. We, like you said, we ended up with JaVale McGee. We also brought in Rajon Rondo, but then we also brought in crazy ass Lance. All of which are on 1-year contracts that can fill out the rest of the year and be gone the next year, so we can go for another big fish such as Kawhi Leonard or whoever the hell is out there. So what I was thinking when I saw that, Rondo specifically, is that, remember last year, if you go back and listen to our old shows, there's a lot of talk between you and I, JD, about how the Lakers look like two absolutely different teams. One, when Lonzo was on the floor, spreading the ball around and pushing the pace and just being a floor general. And the second squad, when you had niggas like Jordan Clarkson and Isaiah Thomas doing whatever the fuck them niggas wanted to do, that was kind of different. You know what I'm saying?
Very different.
I believe that the Lakers were not trying to get Lonzo out of the picture by bringing in Rondo, but trying to give him someone to push him and also to complement what he does. So whenever you have one out and one in, you pretty much have the same situation going on. A dude that can pass the ball and is looking to spread the wealth all around the court, man. And I mean, if I feel like the Lakers doubled down on what we do well and kind of punted on the shooting, and we'll see how that turns out. But I'm not 100% against it, knowing that we kept everybody on a 1-year contract, bro.
Yeah, and they do play a very similar game, so I understand what you mean because that's going to lend to some consistency from the point guard position, whether you got the starters in or the reserves. But I'm just really interested to see who's actually going to be starting once the season opens up, man, because I think Lonzo really all he has to do, he's gotten stronger. That's what it looks like anyway in the offseason. The other thing that he has to do, if he can knock down a consistent shot, then he can basically do all the other things that Rondo does right now. And Rondo, they are kind of similar players. They'll see the floor the same. Rondo can share some of his experience. Lonzo will know exactly what the hell he's talking about. He won't be lost. Yep. So this could actually be a benefit to Lonzo, as well as LeBron James being on the team in that same capacity. LeBron James, extremely high IQ, so they'll be able to play on that high IQ level together. And Lonzo's game could possibly skyrocket with these guys on the team. I know a lot of people are down on him. I've heard a lot of people saying, yo, let's start Rondo, give him 30 minutes, maybe play Lonzo off the ball. But I actually think this can help Lonzo's game if he looks at it as a challenge, first of all, with Rondo to make sure that he can secure his own minutes. And he's open to learning from these two experienced veterans.
Yeah, man, I think that's one part that makes it beneficial to have Rondo. And then another would be this. Do you remember at one point during the season last year, this nigga with this fucked up hairline named Jameer Nelson comes dribbling the ball around Lonzo, acting foolish, man. And there was a little tussle that happened, and Lonzo ended up way on the other side of the screen. And then there was a couple niggas about to fight. Then there was another point where somebody was getting into it a couple years ago when Swaggy P was getting into it with somebody, and that nigga was left all by himself, ready to start the whole other team. That's been going on for a while. We've been having some bitch ass niggas on the Lakers, to be honest with you. Without there's no way to call it anything else. I believe that Magic Johnson also looked at our team and said, okay, if we're not going to have all the shooting, we're going to go ahead and draft some rookies, that are only good at shooting. They drafted two dudes that are just known for being stretch players. We're keeping Kyle Kuzma. We're hoping Lonzo develops more of a shot. They might bring back Brook Lopez and see if he can stretch the floor more from the 5 position. But we are definitely going to double down on the athleticism, on the switchability on defense, and we're going to add some thug to our roster by adding Lance Stevenson, Rajon Rondo, and even dumbass JaVale McGee, man. At least he ain't no pushover type of nigga. They added a little heart to the team, man.
Yeah, but do you think especially those 3 personalities coming into the locker room, do you think that might have any kind of negative effect on team chemistry or anything of that nature? Because all of them also seem to come with some type of baggage, to that degree. So how do you think that would actually work out for the Lakers, especially since we still got all those young dudes that we're relying on? Do you think LeBron's the one that's able to keep that in check, or what's up with that, man?
Man, when it comes to all of the new personalities that we have, all right, Rondo has been known to be a bit of a handful, and we know Lance Stevenson, this nigga is just and JaVale McGee are just some Shaq and the Food clips in them waiting right now. You know what I'm saying? Any minute now, that nigga's gonna do something to get on Shaq and the Food even before the season starts. But I would say this: Luke Walton is a player's coach. He is the type that kind of builds camaraderie around the team. If you notice, I feel like that he is a big part of how much the team gets along. And they got some pretty cool kind of niggas on the team. And if you just got a couple crazies on a squad, sometimes you need at least one crazy nigga on the team, man. I'm just being real. I've been wishing we'd have a meta world peace type of nigga back. Now
facts.
Now we got 2 or 3 of these niggas, right? The real problem, I think, in the locker room, to be honest with you, the most thing I'm afraid of is actually the LeBron James factor, man. He's a baller.
Yeah.
And I'm super glad to have him on the team. But that's the one concern I have is like, how is Luke Walton going to coach that dude, bro? Because, I mean, he's probably a better coach than Luke Walton. At least in his own mind.
Hey, we that might be the case, but I don't know, man. I think Magic is the one that's going to kind of mitigate some of that. I'm sure they talked about that during their discussion at 9:00 as soon as free agency started. That had to be one of the things that was brought to the table because they had a 3-hour meeting, from what I understand. How you don't bring up Luke Walton and LeBron James's reputation for being a player coach, so to speak, and making sure that those two don't butt heads. Because it's clear to me that the front office seems to like Luke Walton a lot, and they wouldn't want LeBron James coming in there and stepping on his toes. I don't think LeBron James would come if he had to put himself in a situation where he felt like he needed to punk the coach like he did with Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, so, I feel the same way, but it's just a little bit of a concern. That's all. JaVale McGee, he does this thing, man. He's just a little ignorant sometimes, man. It's not like he's like an outright rebel out on the court, man. I just think
he's just a
goofball.
goofball
And kind of goofs up. Yeah, exactly. Rondo, that nigga's been known to kind of trip out every once in a while, but it's because of his competitive fire. And you kind of have a little bit of a control on that since the nigga's on another 1-year contract. You know, it's one of those things like, all right, man, fuck up if you want to. This is one of your last chances. You know what I'm saying? So he acted right over with the Pelicans because this nigga know. Keep fucking up, he going to be out the league real soon.
Yeah, you really didn't hear too much from him when he was with the Pelicans and they was doing their thing, man. And he definitely led them to success. So I'm kind of excited to have Rondo on the team. And then, you know what? Going back to him, one thing that's good, man, that people really haven't been mentioned, Lonzo was hurt a lot last year, man. So again, going back to that consistency thing, if Lonzo's out of there, at least we're not looking at bringing in a Tyler Ennis or no bullshit like that. So, you know what? I'm the more I keep thinking about it, the more I'm down with that Rondo thing. And for some reason, man, Lonzo just can't get his act together, man. You got Rondo there. You know what I'm saying? A true, legit point guard that's been an all-star before, that's won championships, leading a veteran team. So that's also not a bad thing. If for some reason Lonzo is not able to beat him out to be that starting point guard.
Yo, you know what I was thinking about yesterday when I was looking at the squad? I saw that they really have built a team that is extremely defensive and extremely switchable. I mean, there is a death lineup that the Lakers now have access to. That's a trip. Check this out. You could play Ball or Rondo, whichever one of them niggas is playing the best at the time, right? At the 1. At the 2, you can have Brandon Ingram. At the 3, you can have Kyle Kuzma. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You can have Lonzo, KCP, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron. Playing, and your tallest person would be 6'10", probably Brandon Ingram.
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram. Them niggas are both around that height. I think Ingram's a little taller. And your shortest person would be 6'7" as the point guard with Lonzo Ball. I mean, they would be able to totally switch the whole court. And there's a lot of times when you got my man Green at Draymond Green. A lot of times Draymond is playing the 5, and they're doing that exact same thing. You know, the Lakers now can guard a lot of. That's going to be a problem for them, man. I'm serious. LeBron be taking on teams by his damn self. When you got
wait a minute. You know what? Now that you bring that up, though, that was the case a while ago, and I feel you on that, man. But then my thoughts on that changed a lot once I saw that the Warriors signed Boogie Cousins, man. Because I think when that guy gets back into the lineup and you mix him in with those 4 Hall of Famers, I'm not sure who you're going to want to have switching on Boogie. Not Kyle Kuzma, I know that.
No, you're absolutely right about that. And look, let's be honest with you. The way I'm looking at that is when Boogie's fully healthy, and if he is as mobile, you know, eventually he will gain his mobility back. That's not going to happen right away, to be honest.
Wait a minute. I don't know too many dudes coming that much back from an Achilles, you know, definitely not to 100%. So.
You know, I'm wishing well for my nigga, but I mean, in best case scenario, if he comes back and he's Boogie before the season's over, then or at least in the playoffs, the Warriors are not going to be able to be beat. No,
yeah, they might sweep everybody.
They're going to fuck up everybody in the league, and there's just nothing anybody can do about that. If he is hobbled and not able to give his 100%, then they'll have to figure out what to do with him. But they still are going to be dope as hell, dog, because that's the Warriors. They're already the team to beat, period. So I'm not really worried about them, dog.
Me neither.
Everybody in LA has been a little bit wilding out. I mean, too much, man. Talking about, you know, what they expect from the Lakers and all that shit. I'm a Laker fan to the core, nigga. You know what I expect? I expect to be better than we was last year, and I expect the games to be dope as fuck, and LeBron James to be dunking on people and doing LeBron James type shit, and I'm cool with that right now, dog. How do you feel?
My expectations are like this. I expect to see all that, but I also expect to see the Lakers around that number 3 seed, because I still think that Houston is better than them, and Golden State, before they added Boogie, was better than them. But my concern with the Lakers is last year, there's 3 games that separated the 3 seed from the 10 seed. So I would like the Lakers to make some separation from themselves and that big ass group of teams right there that are just clearly, you know what I'm saying, the next tier, and be able to make a step up and then set themselves up next year. Free agency, get another free agent. Hopefully, in my opinion, that should be Clay. He can step into that too and replace KCP, bitch ass, and go for a championship from there. So that's what I'm hoping to see. That's what I'm thinking. Lakers not a championship next year. Y'all should stop thinking that. Yeah. Get excited about LeBron being here. Things are going to be on the upswing. We have not been in the playoffs for 5 damn years. So I really don't understand, again, how some people are so upset about LeBron being here from a basketball sense. Right. Only reasons I hear are people saying, oh, he flops too much. Well, so what? That nigga's flopping for you now. He's not Kobe, dog. He's not taking Kobe's spot. Kobe's not playing basketball no more. It's not like he's taking his roster spot. Right. He's not changing Kobe's legacy at all. Nope. Stop bitching about that. You can be a Kobe fan and LeBron. If you're a Laker fan, you're a Laker fan. You just want to see them do good. If you only want to see Kobe do good, you're just a Kobe fan, man. Go somewhere else if you're that offended, bro. Go cheer for the Clippers.
Hey, LeBron. Hey, JD. Let me ask you something, bro. Who is your favorite player in the NBA right now?
My favorite player?
In the NBA today, right now.
Shit. My favorite player to watch is Steph.
Okay. That's your favorite player to watch. That's your favorite player, Steph.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, bro. My favorite player since I was born, man, is always the best nigga on the Lakers, dog, or one of the best niggas on the Lakers. To be honest with you, it's not always the best player. There was a point in time where Andrew Bynum was high up my list of favorite players. Dog. I'm serious. Dog. He was, it was Kobe and Andrew Bynum, or Andrew Bynum and Kobe, because I just liked Andrew Bynum, and the nigga was balling out on the Lakers. I fucked with him. There was a point for just a short little minute where probably D'Angelo Russell was probably my favorite Laker. My favorite player in basketball right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, no matter what niggas is talking about, I'm a Laker fan to the core. Lonzo Ball and LeBron James are my 2 favorite NBA players. Fuck what niggas is talking about. I don't care, dog. I don't give a fuck. I like Westbrook. He's cool. I like, a few different niggas that's out there, man. I like Chris Paul a lot, but nigga, LeBron James is a Laker right now, dog. He's got to be on the top.
I feel you. And that's why I had to qualify that answer with my favorite player to watch, because my favorite player is always going to be a Laker. At one point it was Nick Van Exel. I mean, last year it was Brandon Ingram. Not Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle. Unfortunately, he's gone now. But Brandon Ingram shot up the list, and I'll talk about that during the season, about Lakers I like and Lakers I don't. So y'all know I don't like KCP. This year, though, it's got to be LeBron, man, because like I said, he's basically bringing us back from the depths of wherever the hell we was at.
Dog, and if you don't like that, then why? What the fuck are you doing watching Laker games, dog? You don't want to see the coldest nigga on your team dunking on people, dog. Then what the hell is wrong with you, man? Hey, don't call yourself the same thing I call myself, Laker fan.
Hey, so wait a minute. So speaking of Laker fans want to know, bro, what are we going to be doing about Kawhi and his situation?
Man, everything that I'm hearing so far is that the Spurs are just asking too much. Now, we can't talk about Kawhi without first talking about a real dumbass nigga, man.
Paul George?
Yes, man. See, when you say dumbass nigga, Paul George just pops right up in your mind. And let me tell you, and let me say this. It's not because the nigga didn't decide to go to the Lakers. Of course, that got Laker fans soft. A little bit, of course. But this nigga did not go to the team that he thought could make him win easiest, or, have the highest chance of winning. I'm sure he did not, dog, because the Thunder ain't doing shit. They got the same team that they had last year and the highest tax-paying fucking salary in the history of the NBA. They have the highest salary in the history of the fucking NBA with that team that got bounced by Utah last year.
And Carmelo's getting worse.
Yes, and Carmelo is getting worse and said, fuck that, I'm not coming off the bench. So this nigga went back to that.
Good luck with that.
So he's not concerned about winning, obviously. He's concerned about money, right? This nigga didn't take all the fucking money. He fucked up the money of the contract, dog. What the fuck are you doing, my nigga?
Hey, I'm cool with a dude like that not joining the Lakers. Hey, and one more thing. Now that Paul George is not going to be a Laker officially, I guess we can all stop acting like Palmdale's part of L.A., right?
Fuck Palmdale and fuck Paul George, my nigga. That's real talk. But look. The reason why I brought up Paul George and his dumb ass is that does give a nigga pause and make you think, wow, could Kawhi Leonard get traded to, say, Charlotte or some dumbass place like that? and the nigga somehow, for some weird reason, like it? You know, maybe he falls for the okie doke like Paul George, and the team and the players rally around him and say, hey, buddy, we really love you, man. Here, come over to my fucking party. Oh, we're besties now. And, you know, look at all the fans that are screaming your name and all that dumb shit that Paul George fell for. Maybe Kawhi would fall for that in Charlotte somewhere and stay. You know, so the Lakers do have to think about trading for Kawhi Leonard, which might be too many assets, bro.
Nah, you cannot trade too many assets for Kawhi. First of all, if he gets traded to Charlotte and he decides to stay there, more power to him. We didn't need him either. And like I already said, that class of 2019 is very deep. And I kind of prefer Clay anyway at that point in time. So the Lakers should not give up anything more to me than Brandon Ingram. I know you might not like that, but they play the same position. Maybe Josh Hart and a first round pick, maybe 2, since they should be later on in the draft. And that's about it, bro. They got all the leverage right now. At first, it was looking like Kawhi needed to get traded to the Lakers in order to attract Paul George and LeBron. Well, clearly that's not the case. LeBron came first. Paul George went over to OKC. So that piece of leverage is gone. Lakers need to sit tight, man. If Kawhi wants to go somewhere else and stay there, so be it. But he's letting everybody know he wants to be in LA, preferably the Lakers. So I don't know, man. I say, well, let's wait it out and let's see what these young dudes can do, continue to grow, and maybe they become bargaining chips for a different piece.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Here, when you start talking about those free agents coming up in the next class, a lot of those free agents I look at and I say, that nigga ain't going nowhere. This nigga ain't going nowhere. You mentioned Klay Thompson, which is, of course, man, he would fit on the Lakers so perfect. And LeBron dropping dimes over to that dude is a fucking problem if he ever came to the Lakers. But I don't think that nigga's going nowhere. But I got to think about it. I got to give pause for a second because I got to say this. The Warriors cannot possibly, it is totally impossible to keep kicking this can down the road and paying niggas these 1-year contracts and they're opting in and taking pay cuts and all of that shit. They are not going to be able to pay a max Steph Curry, a max KD, a max Draymond, a max Klay Thompson, and a max DeMarcus Cousins. Them niggas is going to split up. Somebody got to fucking go. Now, my guess is DeMarcus Cousins going to play himself into a better contract next year and that he'll be gone to the highest bidder the year after that.
Especially if they win a ring.
Yeah, especially if they win a ring. He's gonna now be a world champion Boogie Cousins, not just ignorant nigga Boogie Cousins. and that's gonna matter, especially when people see that he's healthy and whatnot.
Right.
They are gonna have to lose somebody. Somebody will be on the market from them. I'm not sure that's gonna be Klay Thompson. And so I'm worried about that next free agency class and us not getting like the type of tier player you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to be optimistic about it, man, because I think the Lakers are going to ball out this year. And again, LeBron attracts free agents. We're going to have that space with all these 1-year contracts we signing right now. And I think they'll be able to get something done next summer. So we'll see. And I think they should hold out for that, man. Keep these guys, because even if they don't do something next summer, the way these dudes are developing, man, you really, really, just like I got the feeling last year, like, damn, we might need to do a little bit less with these dudes and keep them around. That feeling might continue to grow as these guys get a little bit better. So,
think about it, though. Think about it. We have the squad that we had last year. We have all the really important pieces that we really needed for most of the wins that we had. except for we upgraded Julius Randle for LeBron fucking James. I mean, for real. Julius Randle didn't even start. I mean, 90% of the league, he did not start. He was salty about that, but it's just facts. He might have played some important minutes at some times, but I mean, LeBron does everything that nigga does on super mega ultra mode. So, like,
exactly. We'll be okay with that.
We'll be all right.
Weather that.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. So, the Lakers now are sitting at $5 million or 5 point blah 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 $1 million under the cap as we speak right now. There is a very limited field of players that are out right now that they may be able to sign with that little bit of money left. Looking at the Lakers roster, is there anybody who has caught your eye that you say the Lakers should go after this?
Well, off top, I know they should not go after Wayne Ellington. Let me just get that out the way. I don't know, man. I don't know exactly who's available. I know I wanted the Lakers to explore getting Tyreek Evans, but he went to the Pacers, and he actually went for a pretty decent amount of money. I'm not sure exactly who's out there. It looks like they're still looking for some perimeter help and shooting. So, I don't know, man. Is Jamal Crawford still out there? I don't know if he had just got signed or whatnot. But I really feel like they can stand packed. I think the Lakers will probably come around with their shooting a little bit. I think Lonzo will get a little bit more consistent. If he can get his shot around 35% for the season, that would be wonderful. I think Kyle Kuzma has the potential to be a 40% type of three-point shooter. Brandon Ingram's, his shot's been going up and up. He can be around 35 plus.
KCP?
I think Josh Hart is one of those guys. Look, all right, listen, man. I do not like KCP, but yo, I gotta be honest, man. I said it before too. When he got done with his little jail bid, that second half of the season, that dude was actually balling, dude. I gotta give credit where credit was due. He kind of shut me up numerous times. He still did KCP shit to be like, make me be like, yo, he's still KCP deep down inside. He's never going to stop being that. But he did play a lot better, and I think in this limited role that he's going to have, he might be able to thrive, man. I think he might be able to thrive, and I'll get off his back.
Yo, the Lakers are what they went for is athletic dudes that are very switchable. And of course, what we're missing is outside shooting, particularly catch and shooting. I mean,
Isaiah Thomas.
It's not like we need a bunch of niggas that could create a shot so much as we need them to be able to hit the shot when they get it. You know what I mean?
So you don't think they're bringing back Isaiah Thomas?
Isaiah Thomas is out of the picture right now. Unless, I mean, if we get him right now, it's going to be for $4 million. And it
LeBron ain't having that.
It don't look like that nigga's getting that shit nowhere. It looks like he's really assed out. It's kind of fucked up.
LeBron ain't letting him back on the team. I'm sure that's one coaching decision he was able to square away with Magic.
Bro, you don't like Wayne Ellington, but as I look through the people who are out there right now, you got Rodney Hood. Speaking of niggas that LeBron is not going to let come back on the squad, I bet you that nigga will pull up DeAndre Jordan and bounce if we brought that nigga. So you got him, you got D Wade, you got Jamal Crawford, you got fucking Swaggy P is still out there, you got I mean, it's real thin, dog. It's real thin as far as people that get shots. And I don't think that Jamal Crawford fits that mold of somebody who's a catch and shoot type of dude. And he's definitely not a defender. So, honestly, man, if the Lakers could swoop up Wayne Ellington and maybe throw a minimum deal at Brook Lopez, because Brook Lopez, his shit was actually kind of broke, but he's a quote-unquote floor-stretching big. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be, at least.
Sometimes.
I think that would be it's about as good as we can get. Now, I know you don't like Wayne Ellington, but the dude can hit an open shot, and he can play a little bit of defense. But you know what else the Lakers have that almost fits the same mold as Wayne Ellington? You're not going to believe me when I say this, bro. Luau dang the damn dang. This nigga might get run this year, dog. I'm serious. He might actually get run, dog. If the Lakers keep him on the squad, he might, dog.
He's going to get run off the roster. I'm sure they're going to stretch him. Nah, not a Luau. No,
they're not going to stretch him and fuck up the cap on what the rest of LeBron's contract. That's what they would do if they stretched Luau Deng. It would take off $5 million or so from every year that we have LeBron. We ain't trying to do that, dog. They're not going to do that unless they're getting Kawhi Leonard or some shit like that. That's the only way they're going to make that happen. And so, if you're going to have him on the roster,
bad for that dude.
Who, Luau Deng?
Yeah, he's probably going to sit another 82 games.
Nah, bro, they're going to play him. I mean, dude, with the squad that we have, honestly, he's probably like right up there with everybody else as far as shooting goes, man. And he's another dude that's kind of like an interchangeable piece that kind of fits the mold of what we're doing, man. To be honest, I hate to say that, nigga. I wish we were too good to have a nigga like Dang on our team, but I don't know that we are.
Man, I really don't see it, man. I don't see it, but we'll see how that works out in the season. But I do not see him getting any burn.
Yeah, man. Well, if he does, trust and believe, we still gonna roast the fuck out of that nigga. So y'all stay tuned for that shit. Back on that. Anyways, my nigga, there's gonna be a lot of fucking news coming up. So we're gonna have another show coming up with y'all real soon, man. Because hopefully we'll be telling y'all niggas about how we swooped up on another motherfucker that nobody thought we was gonna get.
Yeah, because they might be setting themselves up for a big move with some of these assets that they have got. So we will definitely keep an eye on that and keep you updated. So please stay tuned to the West Coast Crossover. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on Facebook, Instagram, all that other good stuff. We're all over social media. Download the podcast on iHeart, iTunes, all your favorite media podcasts. And once again, I am JD.
And I am Jeremiah the Prophet. And we out, nigga.
Deuces.